Ayo Muhammad, look me in the eye through the 7th century mist. You're holding the perfect book with the logic-killing twist. You told the world the gospel was the light and the true path. Then you brought a different story and you brought the desert raft. If the gospel is the word, then your revelation fails. It's a ship with no rudder and 1,000 broken sails. You're the ear that heard too much but understood too little, leaving your own perfect verse brittle in the middle. How can you confirm a book that calls your prophecy a crime? You're a critter in the spelling for the very first time. You said Allah preserves the word, that no man can change the ink. Then you said the gospel's altered just to keep your ship from sink. If it's altered, then Allah's weak and couldn't keep the light. If it's not, then you're a liar in the middle of the night. It's a checkmate in the desert, it's a self-inflicted scar. You're just a man with pagan roots reaching for a star.
You bow to the cranes, you bow to the stone, because you couldn't stand to face the Meccan sun alone. Allied and Alus are the daughters you embraced before the satanic verse was conveniently erased.
The 47th thunder just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. Statistically impossible, the noise inside the wire. The axis of resistance is a funeral pyre. From Babylon to Nineveh, the signal's coming through. The 47th hammer brought the ending just for you.
Oh, look at you, messenger, with your cousins in a row, building a low-trust empire where the minds can never grow. Marrying the child, marrying the kin, while the average IQ is drowning in the sin. Goats for a bride price, 1/400 years of fog, while you called a man's best friend a shaitan and a dog. The dilemma is you, the dilemma is deep, and the 47th is waking up your sheep.
The 47th thunder just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah's crying, but it's 20 years too late. The criterion is broken, the ear is finally deaf. The ledger of the Hijaz is marked with the F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The dismantling of the mullah is finally complete.
Yourself a lie. The 47 owns the Iraqi sky.
The Tigris is rising, the shadow is gone. Baghdad is waking to a 47th dawn. For 20 years trapped in a Persian vice, paying the mullahs a martyr's price. But they saw the fire on the Tehran night, they saw the Supreme One vanish from sight. Now the militias are shaking, the cell phones are cold. The story of resistance is officially old.
The coast where the citrus used to grow. Gaza is silent under the ISF glow. No more tunnels for the Persian king. No more children for the Khyber sting. They promised you victory, they promised you land, and left you to die in the rubble and sand. While Ali was counting his pixels in gold, the people of Gaza were traded and sold.
From the Al-Aqsa gates to the Babylon wall, the idols of Tehran are starting to fall. Iraq's looking west past the smoke. From Zion to Iraq, the 47th thunder, there's no turning back. Gaza is breathing, the border is still. The end of the mullah, the end of the thrill.
was our brother, Gaza was our heart. Until the B-2s tore the bunker apart. Now Baghdad is calling for a desk and a chair to sign on the line while there's peace in the air.
No more Takia, no more the only thing left is the kinetic fear. The bridge is open from Zion to Iraq. The 47th thunder, there's no turning back. The mullah is ashes, the bunker is cold. The future of Babylon is starting to unfold. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The liberation of the crescent is finally complete. Gaza is waking. Baghdad is free. Gaza is waking. Baghdad is free. The 47th wrote the history.
The eagle's shadow is a mile wide, so the coward looks for a place to hide. He can't reach the west, he can't reach the shore, so he bleeds the nations right next door. 7 flags burning in a desperate rage, the final act on a bloody stage. He's striking at brothers to prove he's a man, before the 47th clears the sand. He tells the soldier, don't fear the lead. There's a garden waiting for the holy dead. But he doesn't promise a woman grown. He promises a seed that's barely sown. He quotes the tidings of the 78th verse, a theological bribe, a spiritual curse, chasing the coward eye of the budding prize with the hunger of a monster in his eyes. Don't call them companions, don't hide the age. Read the literal link on the classical page. It's not full-breasted, that's a velvet lie to hide the horror from a western night. You slaughtered the neighbors for a budding dream, but the 47th thunder heard the scream. No more Kawaii, no more 10-year-old toys. Just the end of the mullahs and their holy boys. The 7 nations strike was your final breath. Now you're face to face with a kinetic death. Operation Epic Fury, the hammer of lead, for the child thief and the lies he spread. Plural of Kaib, the protrusion of youth. The budding breast is the ugly truth. 10, 11 or 12 years old, a paradise of children, or so you're told. You envied the 47th, his life and his name, but you're just a predator in a religious game. The 47 47th ran out of time for you.
Allah is the greatest of deceivers. Muhammad is the perfect example. Dawah is the art of the lie. Out it starts now.
Sauda went out to the open field, answered the call where the secrets are sealed. Umar was lurking, watching the gate. I recognized you, Sauda. He couldn't wait. He wanted the curtain, he wanted the veil, so he creeped in the shadows to finish the tale. He told the prophet, make him cover the face, and Allah sent a verse to save Umar's grace. The Quran loop is a self-made cage, weaponize the data on the perfect page. If the book is true, then the book is a lie. So you'd surrender as the facts go by. It's a circular snap, a theological trap. The Quran audit is a total collapse. October 41 says the earth came first. 2 days for the dirt, then the heavens burst. 17:9 says the sky was the lead. After that he spread the earth.
That's what you read.
Which one is it? Which way does it flow? The clear book doesn't seem to know. Every excuse you give just adds a new contradiction.
The Ummi prophet can't read the line, claiming the angel is a mirror divine. But he denies the cross, denies the spear. The swoon is a lie to cover the fear.
The angel says finish, the Quran says look alike. A 600-year lag on a theological strike. You can't confirm what you're trying to erase. The gospel is the audit that spits in your face. The messenger waits for a celestial sign, while Calbi walks in looking mighty fine. It's Gabriel's face, a convenient disguise for the biological stain that the rag never lies. Small hands at the basin, scrubbing the grace. A child cleaning tracks of a human embrace. If the angel is spirit, why is there a crust? Scouring the evidence of a prophet's lust. Zero signal on the minaret. You're offline, facing the carpet while the sun takes that ass. You hijacked the Torah, stole the Hebrew king's bed. Now the ghosts of Medina are inside your head. Abraham was a Muslim, that's a desperate reach. Like claiming the ocean was birthed by the beach. Logic is the friction, and you're starting to burn. Before the one there was the moon and the stone, 360 around the throne. Now Quraysh bowed to Hubal, the lord of the rain. The messenger took the idol and changed the name. From bow to Allah, the lineage is clear. The same black stone, the same tribal fear. He's a golden in the village, a pit bull in the heights. They seen the 47th fire in the neon nights. Man's best friend since the first fire burned. The loyalty of blood that can't be earned, learned. But there's a whisper in the council, a shadow in the hall, calling him haram, writing unclean on the wall. They want him out the lobby, they want him off the street, to bring the desert's darkness to the concrete heat.
The perfect man from the 7th century sand, the one who took the child bride by her little hand. 9 years old in the tent while the prophet took the prize. With the cow wave, the budding youth glimmering in his eyes. He said the black dog is the devil and things were frightening beast, while he feasted on the Kabar lamb at the poison feast. But Zainab had the seasoning, the venom in the bone, to prove a child thief never sits on a holy throne. Congressman Fine is standing on the line, the Protecting Puppies Act, the 47th sign. You can take your unclean labels and your tacky lies and shove them back to telling where the moolah dies. I'll choose the puppy every fucking time over the proud kid and his ritual crime. The 47th thunder, the Protecting Puppies Act. Loyalty is a dog and that's a fucking fact. You bomb your own school, then you cry to the Jew, but the only thing I'm clean in the city is you.